What does it look like when the world can shoulder all its hope into one man? When darkness clouds the skies, but one smile can bring light and peace. A single man bestows this hope. Anime's best representation and adaptation of hope. This is All Might.
I want to make a world where everyone smiles and lives together happily. For that to happen, people need a symbol.
A symbol?
A symbol of peace. The reason crime is on the rise everywhere is because citizens have no one to believe in. They need to rely on someone. That's why I want to be the pillar that gives people hope.
Huh. So that's what drives you to become a hero, even though you're quirkless.
Yes.
Toshinori Yagi, is that right? Those are some pretty funny ideas you got. You're kind of crazy.
In a world that wasn't too far from our own at one point, until one baby began to emit light from its body. This is where the human race began to evolve and develop unique abilities, or popularly known to this world as quirks. Rising from a normal to a quirk-filled society stirred chaos in the world, either behind closed doors or to the public. But All Might stood up to this chaos as a symbol of hope. Toshinori Yagi, popularly known as All Might, didn't start as this symbol. He began as a frail, quirkless boy, who after the death of his family, carried on a dream bigger than himself. Toshinori aimed to rid the world of evil and bring peace to everyone. Unfortunately, he did not possess the power to carry this dream. Toshinori was a quirkless until the day he met Nana Shimura, the 7th user of One for All. After meeting Toshinori and understanding his unwavering resolve, Nana Shimura decided to pass down this quirk to him. However, this decision wasn't made alone by Nana. Toshinori was chosen by One for All because it is...
This power has been passed on from hero to hero, each praying that it will bring joy and peace to humanity. That One for All will give the world hope. And now it is your turn. Do your best, Toshinori.
With this understanding of One for All, it is also a stockpile quirk. So with its following users, it's supposed to become even stronger. The previous users before Toshinori were never represented by its power in the same way Toshinori has. This is because he didn't just use One for All, he embodied it, unlocking the quirk's true potential from his resolve to bring joy and peace to the world. Toshinori's strength and power gap from his previous user wasn't only because he was quirkless, but because he was determined to become what the people needed, and that is All Might. What All Might achieved and became was untouchable comprehension to others, as All Might wanted to be seen by the world, not for the fame, but for the world to see his smile, the smile that brightens the people and puts fear in the villains, as All Might is seen as a reminder of hope for everyone. With the world able to see him, he will become their symbol, a reminder when things get dark that he is here. This symbol that All Might becomes is often inspired and defined differently for others. To most, All Might was perceived as this hope, but some seen him as an untouchable god, or as a challenge to overcome. Izuku Midoriya, a quirkless boy who throughout his life saw All Might as more than just a hero. He perceived All Might as the embodiment of what a hero should be. To Midoriya, he was perceived as a man above men, a living symbol to bestowing the gift of peace and joy to all with a single smile. All Might gave Midoriya hope and joy while standing with an inspiration to him to do the same for others, creating a cycle of inspiration. But it was more than admiration. At All Might's lowest, when the weight of being the symbol nearly broke him, All Might found strength and inspiration from young Midoriya, his actions and determination, leading All Might and One for All to choose Izuku Midoriya as their new successor for One for All.
Eat this!
La Saltra! Providence!
Enji Todoroki, popularly known as Endeavor, is the #2 hero. Born with a furious blaze in his blood and pride, his quirk is Hellflame. The ability to generate and manipulate scorching flames that incinerate anything in his path. This fire Endeavor has was fueled by only one thing, and that is to become the strongest. And Endeavor found this fuel in All Might. Two other heroes declare All Might a legend too high to reach, but Endeavor refused to accept this norm, settling for him to be the best. All Might set a fire in Endeavor's heart to become the best he could, and that meant being number one. There is another that All Might inspired. This person doesn't fit the standard hero or civilians. It extends towards the opposing side of justice. Often when villains see All Might, they decide to surrender immediately as he inspires fear in them, ending numerous fights before they begin. However, one villain respected All Might so much that he had an ambition to rid the world of fake heroes, those heroes that only become heroes for publicity and money. This villain name is Stain, as he rejected society so he could restore the idea that All Might represented, what it means to be a true hero. All Might's inspiration cuts through each sides. One thing that stands out to me in the world of My Hero is all the different complex quirks there are, but All Might held nothing but raw strength. We have recently discovered that One For All possesses several dormant abilities as demonstrated by its 9th user, Izuku Midoriya. These other abilities weren't exhibited because All Might didn't need them. Using the sheer strength from One For All, All Might was able to level mountains, crush villains, and swiftly stop crime. This was a wise choice to display because it wasn't exhibiting only power, but pure overwhelming dominance. Throughout the series, characters are often measuring their strength or an absurd amount of strength by just comparing it to All Might and saying, hey, yeah, that guy's basically All Might's level. He has his own measurement system. It's impressive.
The scene below, straight out of a nightmare. Half of Kamino Ward was demolished in a single horrifying instance. All Might is currently fighting the villain who appears to have caused the blast.
I can't believe it! How is one person so powerful? He's destroyed the city and is more than holding his own against the symbol of peace!
The nightmare in Kamino was the fall of the world's symbol of hope. For years, All Might has stood above the darkness and risen to become everyone's light. But the light began to fade for some time. The empowering quirk One For All serves as a grand purpose to the world, but it originates from the cruelest, darkest pit of the world. When humans began to develop abilities like quirk, one man chose to rise above the rest. Not to protect, but to take. One quirk allowed the stealing of quirks from others and hoarding that power in one person. This is All For One. The origin of One For All sprang from the evil of All For One, but it was formed to fight that evil instead. As mentioned, the incredible strength All Might held is constantly mentioned throughout the story of My Hero, but it is a fraction or less of his prime. This is because All Might's strength is also dwindled down due to the transfer of power to his successor Midoriya and a fatal wound inflicted by All For One. All Might had done his best to hide his fatal injury, as it would tell the world that their symbol could be broken, leading to hope in the world to be lost and questioned. The Kamino incident was the second battle between All Might and All For One, marked by disaster and extensive collateral damage. But All For One wants to do more than wreak havoc in Kamino. He wanted to reveal to the world that All Might is broken. He's at a weakened state, and within the moment, he succeeded to do so. With the world finally revealed All Might's true form, for a second, hope became scarce.
Lose. Keep going. All Might. We need you.
Come on, All Might, you can do it! You can beat this sucker!
Show him what you can do! Win this! Beat him! Come on, All Might!
But that scarce holds no longer than a second, as the world begins to shout to All Might to push past his limits, to keep hope.
Toshinori, when you think you can't go on anymore, look inside.
I must remember.
Remember why it is you clench your fist.
I want to make a world where everyone smiles and lives together happily. Goodbye.
All for one! United States of Smash!
All Might has done it, with himself and the world looking up as the day begins to look bright again. Even on his last day as a professional hero, with the power of One For All leaving his body, he still stands tall and proud. Through the beginning with nothing and to the end of losing it all, All Might's story is a way for how we all should lead. If we aim to bring hope to either ourselves and the world, we have to first become a symbol that stands towards it. No matter how dark it gets and how grim others think it could be, with a smile, we should be able to brighten the day to allow hope to rise and shine to the world. All Might is our symbol of hope. Hello, beautiful and handsome people. Thank you all for sticking with me through this entire video. I appreciate it so much. I know it's been a long time, and with that, I'm a little rusty, so there will be some hiccups in the videos and stuff, but I appreciate all you guys' support. Please like and subscribe to the videos. It's much easier for me to put more of this content out, so you'll definitely be seeing more out, especially like DC, Marvel, and anime content. And besides that, I thank you all for so much of your support. Have a good one.